are also produced in lymph nodes as well as in lymphatic organs, only lymphocytes. Is it clear? No other kind of WBC. Sometimes what happens, I'll just give you, sometimes here, just have a look. This is the blood vessel, no? This is the blood vessel, okay, and then here is, this is the blood vessel, okay, and here is the WBC, you know, it comes out, okay, diabetes, and here are the cells, here are the living cells, and some pathogens are here in the living cells, okay. So they come out from the circulation and they come and reside within the tissues. The monocyte, here I just want to say the monocytes. Is it clear? The monocytes, here again I'm talking about the monocytes, not all. Okay, the monocytes comes out from the blood vessel and they reside within the tissues. Is it clear? Here they are known as the macrophages. Here they are known as macrophages. What are macrophages? Macrophages and monocytes are more or less same. Monocytes are circulating. Why do we give a different name? Monocytes are circulating. They are circulating in the blood. They are present in the plasma. And what are macrophages? They are more or less stationary. They come out from the blood vessel and they reside within the tissues and they keep engulfing the germs present in the tissues. Is it clear? Here we don't call them monocytes. We call them macrophages. Here I'll just draw the, here this is kidney shaped and we call it macrophage. Phagy means to eat. Okay, macro, a large cell, macrophage. So now we start with platelets. These are also known as the thrombocytes. So before we start with platelets, the formation of platelet is very different from the formation of other blood cells. Platelets are again formed in the bone marrow, red bone marrow. In the red bone marrow, see what happens in the red bone marrow. Again, this term you have to do, that is why I am giving you. Is it? A large cell is formed. Okay, a large cell is formed. And this cell is known as a megakaryocyte. Megakaryocyte. Okay, mega, large, karyon, nucleus, site, cell means a cell with a large nucleus is formed. Is it clear? And then when it is totally formed, here the process of fragmentation starts. What is the meaning of fragmentation? Fragmentation means it starts to break. The cells start to break. Is it clear? It starts to break. And each of this part is forming and it is released in the stream, and this is, each of this is a platelet. So platelet itself is not a complete cell, it is a part of a cell. Which cell? It is megakaryocyte. Is it clear? They are released. The platelets are without any nucleus. Why platelets are required? Because the nucleus part is not released. The other part of the cell is, you know, and each of the fragment doesn't mean that only, like, and each fragment which is formed is completely surrounded by a cell membrane. Is it? And then it is released out. Is it clear? So this is not a complete cell. This is a part of a cell. Is it? So this is what is platelet. What is the function of platelet? Platelet helps in blood clotting. So we will see how it helps in blood clotting. For that, we have to first understand what is present in blood when we are talking about clotting, and later on we will see that why is blood clotting so important. So let us first know what is present, means what are the factors we need for blood clotting. If you see the blood, blood, if I'm considering the blood, you know, all blood, okay, all cells are present, RBC, WBC, platelets. In the plasma, there is present a protein called fibrinogen. There is a protein called fibrinogen. There is an inactive protein also present in blood. Fibrinogen, I have mentioned it before also when I was talking about blood protein, I had mentioned it. Okay, there is another protein, but it is inactive, and we call that as prothrombin. Prothrombin. Where is it present? Here is RBC, here are RBC, not in RBC, not in WBCs, not in platelets. Not in platelets. Is it clear? They are present in the plasma. So both of them are present in plasma. The location is in plasma. Fine. And the blood is flowing. What is fibrinogen? It is a soluble protein. It is a soluble blood protein. And what is prothrombin? It is inactive protein present in blood. Inactive protein. It is present in blood. Okay, and it is like it is naturally present in your blood. So if it is the blood is circulating, both should be in this form. The prothrombin inactive, fibrinogen insoluble form. Is it? So what happens? Suppose we talk about, when we are talking about blood clotting, so we have to talk about, you know, injury. So what happens, like here, suppose this is the skin, you know, I'm just drawing it like this, and then the connective tissue, and then the muscle, okay, and then comes the blood vessel, okay, this is the skin, one layer A, layer B, layer C, okay, there are fat tissues, etc., etc., and then comes the blood vessel. This is the blood vessel, okay. Okay, and blood is flowing through it. All right. In case of an injury, what kind of injury I'm talking about? You know, these layers, all layers should be broken. We will come back to this again if I'm talking about internal bleeding. Most important is the blood vessel should be injured, means broken. You know, it should be injured. Now what happens? This is the blood vessel, okay, broken blood vessel, and these are the other tissues are also injured. You know, ripped off the skin, the connective tissue, the muscles, the fat layer, all are, you know, injured. So what will happen, since the blood vessel is broken, like it is cut, it is, so blood will flow through this. Blood will flow out, and we call it bleeding. Is it? What is the other term given for bleeding? Tell me. Hemorrhage. Is it? Okay, we have done in nutrition, hemorrhage. So hemorrhaging occurs, the blood flow occurs, is it? The injured cells, which injured cells I'm talking about? Injured cells of blood vessel, injured cells of connective tissue, all injured cells. Is it clear? The injured cells plus not only the injured cells, the cells which are injured. Okay, all layers, all cells which are injured, plus the platelets which are flowing out. The platelets which are flowing out, they produce a chemical, we call it as thrombokinase. The other name of thrombokinase is